Hello and welcome everyone to Vampyr. We are here in the West End. We still need to meet Aloysius Dawson. We found out a few extra little secrets about him, about his dead twin brother, about some other things. But now we have to pay him a visit.
Easy does it, boy.
Oh, how did I miss that one?
Die, vermin!
Oh, come on. There we go. Oof. Can we enter from here? We can. Great. Let's look around outside. Around the outside. Around the outside. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous about this. Have been nervous for quite some time about it. But let's see how this goes. Probably goes terrible, if I would have to guess.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
That is the question. Elizabeth advised us not to do it. I don't want to do it. Lord Redgrave, on the other hand, wants us to do it. He's the big guy in the Ascalon Club. We don't really want to make enemies of the Ascalon Club, but at the same time, not only is it questionable to embrace someone in the first place, and so far I have gotten through the game without embracing anyone, but at the same time also, Mr. Dawson seems like a big piece of work with his plans for the city. Not really the kind of person I would want to give the power of immortality to. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. First, we steal as much from him as possible. Ooh, there's something. Newspaper article. Execution of John Francis Sparrow. John Francis Sparrow, 21, has been hung this morning in the prison of Pentonville. Mr. Sparrow was sentenced to death after being found guilty of the murder of his sister Alexandra Sparrow. Until the end, the man claimed he was innocent. No formal proof of his presence at the crime scene was ever brought to the court, but he has been sentenced to death and executed anyway. Scotland Yard refused to reopen the case despite the many holes in the chain of events, which ended with the death of Miss Sparrow. Charles Albright, who conducted the inquiry for Scotland Yard, refused to answer any of our questions, but 3 weeks ago he was demoted without any official explanation. What a strange way to reward an efficient inquiry. Clayton Darby.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Yeah. We'll have to talk to him about that. There's Mr. Dawson.
It's locked.
Locked. I mean, there is a chance that even if we would try to embrace him, that he would die anyway, since it's not a bulletproof kind of thing. And before I go there, what if I get the chance to loot this afterwards?
It's locked, all right.
Okay, I think it's time to talk to him.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reid. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reid. Planned very carefully.
So here's the thing, maybe we are able to kind of let him die and then just claim that that he didn't survive being turned into vampire.
So I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold. So cold.
Well, you're gonna have to wait.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reid, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
Lovely.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reid, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide?
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
By doing so, you will also create 2 separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the
Sure.
wall, that's all that matters.
Because that's what's really what it's really about, right? It's not about the infection.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Oh. What we'll do... Don't...
Listen to me, Aloysius Dawson. You will forget your fear of dying, for it has poisoned your mind and made you bitter and ruthless since the death of your twin brother.
You don't
Oh, because
understand. Death is oblivion, the eternal void. I know there's nothing there. I saw it in Robert's empty eyes. I saw myself in that coffin.
Death is painful for those who remain, not for those who have passed. All that occult gibberish you filled your head with has made you forget this simple truth.
No! Death will not claim me. I have the power and the money. I've acquired the arcane knowledge needed. I believe there is magic, there are dark forces. You will provide me my extension.
Your ignorance makes you a fool. You have no idea. Look at me. Hunted like a beast, my family lost, cursed. I have not escaped death, I have become it.
No, there must be a way. I don't want to go like my brother did. I have money, lots of money.
Money won't ease your mind. I know you used to be a good and generous man. So I offer you the gift of peace, Aloysius. The tranquility of a true death.
I accept your offer. And I understand. No more fear, I will die a man of dignity.
Okay.
And a man at peace.
Okay. I mean, he rejected being turned, so it's not our fault, right? I hope.
It's locked.
Oh. I'm okay with that decision. I think that was good. So we were only able to do that because we got the necessary information. Oh, someone is there. It's Redgrave. Okay, okay. Hey! Hello.
Is it done, Dr. Reid? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn, as expected?
I'm
Just
afraid
didn't want
Mr.
to.
Dawson finally chose to embrace life and death as a mortal.
What do you mean?
He has overcome his fear of dying. I let him rest and wait for death to come.
What? This is unacceptable. Go back there and make him the powerful Ekon he's destined to be.
No, Lord Redgrave. As a doctor and as an immortal, I can't. If you wish to make him your progeny, then proceed on your own.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're
Bring it
an
on.
outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor. And take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Well,
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do
Come on.
not dare show yourself again, you or that monstrosity you bring to my door.
I'm okay with that decision. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like that was the kindest way we could treat that. Even if Mr. Dawson was a piece of work. Like, we granted him the choice. We granted him a peaceful death. We didn't kill him. But we also didn't turn him. Which, it did piss off Lord Redgrave, but we knew that was going to happen. And yeah, I think for me it was important to stick to my morals as a doctor. Oh, Bridget is there. Oh. What are you doing here?
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Okay. I wonder if she may be the maker of Redgrave. I don't know.
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets?
Fair enough.
How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
Makes sense.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers did you give her?
Oh,
I knew
she's
nothing
okay.
of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
That's good.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
She
Right.
said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Okay, so what's going on?
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Oh.
Wait, slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
Where is Lady Ashbury?
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
Okay. I don't worry about her necessarily. It's more that I want to know what she's up to. Like, she can handle herself, I'm sure.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average skal, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is
Oh.
afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
So, how did Elizabeth find you?
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate, and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
Sure she did?
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
Why did she come to you?
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths, truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Okay. Well,
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
I love her. That's a little strong. I don't know. I mean, do we love her? We're definitely interested in her. Let's go.
Tell her I worry about her.
Do not, for she has had strength and wisdom for so much longer than you. Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Okay. We have to move. Reach Pembroke Hospital. Let's see. What's the best way to get there? Honestly, it's probably best to go back through the West End. And we may be able to talk to her. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We go through the West End, and then talk to her, and then go to the hospital. That's the plan. See how it goes. That way I can also talk to the officer again. The inspector.
What has happened to the London that I knew? Dr. Reid, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Kind of, but
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned,
So why are you still working here?
because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
oh,
The death penalty is a great shame.
yes.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty.
Agree.
Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
That's a little bit questionable, but okay.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm sure we'll talk again soon. Too many
Hey.
murders to investigate them.
He has a cold. Do we have something for cold? We may have. Just
Good evening.
we do.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I'm afraid I do. I knew we should have left London.
I don't want to appear tactless, but you're risking your health by remaining outside at this hour of night.
Says the doctor who also works outside at night. But as always, the imprudent person enjoys the company of their fellows.
Goodbye, Mr.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way. No manners. Garden. Oh, we have to go through here again. Oh. Ooh. No, I'm not. Quite the opposite, actually. Ouch.
You're mine! You're feeble!
Okay, I have enough. I had enough. You're quite rude to me. Jeez. very unpleasant person. So, okay. Yeah, that was the blind gourmet.
A restaurant
thing.
where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Oh, wait. We have...
Step away.
The streets seem a little more busy than before. Ouch. Oof, these guys are strong. Okay, but we made it. Anything terrible happen here? Hope not. Stop it. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's Miss Teasdale, the one that we rescued.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reid. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
What does she have? A headache. We can't take care of it. I must have missed that recipe or the blood sample for that.
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life.
That I can
I need to do
understand.
something useful.
Be careful.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
Well,
What do you intend
not
to
that
do?
easy.
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter.
Oh no!
I'll be his apprentice.
Oh no!
What can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live.
That's quite
I
a
won't
pair
remain here
then.
much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
Hey, do you know Mr. Dawson?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Never heard of him.
Really? He's very well known in London, throughout the country even.
He a big shot or something? Never interested in politics myself.
Fair
All
enough.
words and no action.
Okay, let's talk to her a little bit more.
Why did your father feel guilty? He seemed so eager to welcome you back, as though he'd done something wrong.
Last time we saw each other, we had a terrible argument. I left the house and ended up in a pub. That's where the vampire met me. Dead drunk.
I see.
We argued a lot, me and Dad. But he always came home. I'm sure that's why he went to find me. He knew something bad had happened.
Never gave up on you.
Your father never gave up on you. In the end, he risked everything to save the daughter he loved.
Yeah, that was my dad. Tough bastard, just like me. Even if I'd broken his leg, he would have gone looking for me.
What do you mean?
That last argument we had, it was more of a fight, actually. He slapped me and I kicked him hard in the balls.
Okay. Jesus.
Louise, tell me what you really
Like, she
think about
definitely
your
seems
father's
tougher than
sacrifice
Ichabod.
to save you.
So
I'm proud
maybe
he
good
went
for
after
Ichabod.
me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
You know anything about the vampire who captured you?
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What?
Well,
Well, I really can't answer that. Since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reid. I was just asking.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. He kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry you didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Why can't I forgive you, Father?
oh, I hope she also has a headache. He's fatigued. I don't think we have something for fatigue.
Too in this war.
Okay, we just have to go down this path.
Support the equality between men.
They're all around you, waiting for you to let your guard down.
Good evening, Mr. Kimura.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Oh, we do have.
Do you need medical?
Don't believe...
Here we go.
There is no...
Yes.
Welcome.
London has brought so much pain to me.
Da-da-da-doo. Pick up these things. Yep. Stay to the right. Let's see if she's there. I hope so. She upstairs. There she is. Hey.
Elizabeth. I'm so happy to see you. I was so concerned.
It is also good to see you in these darkened hours. Is all well, my dear?
Indeed, we stand upon the precipice. Has the news reached you of Edgar Swansea?
No. I returned home but moments ago. What of him?
Your friend, the well-informed old Bridget, tells me the Guard of Priwen has assaulted Pembroke. I fear Edgar tops their bloody list.
Bridget? She is such a tragic figure. And yet, I sense deep inside, she has a delicate, fragile soul.
I like her too.
Indeed, she has. I'm glad you like her too.
Once this is all over, I will study the sewer skals. I fear I have made terrible mistakes, founded upon erroneous preconceptions.
I was concerned for your safety. McCullum draws too close to you for my comfort.
Fear not. I've evaded the hunters for many a year, and I intend to stay far from their gases, flames, and spikes. Now, speak to me of Dawson.
I convinced Aloysius to embrace death as the ultimate gift of mortal life. I believe he found peace in the end.
The cost must have been heavy indeed. I am proud of you, my love.
Ascalon has defrocked me and threatens to hound me from the city. This was, no doubt, inevitable.
You did what you thought was right at the time. One can ask no more. The important task now at hand is to help poor Edgar.
Now I am
Indeed.
assured of your safety. That is precisely my intention.
Good. Now go, my dear, and return with good news with the greatest haste.
I will. Okay. Something shiny here.
It's locked, all right.
I'll open that. Okay, let's go to the hospital and hopefully save Edgar. Let's hurry up and get back to the hospital. So before, Swansea told us that the... By the way, I wanted to check something. If I have equipped the right blood serum. Is that this? Oh, what's that? Done by the blood. We are born of the blood, made vampire by blood, and undone by the blood. What does that mean? Blood serum. That's what I wanted to equip. And then the strong regen serum. Okay. Pretty much goes straight ahead. I don't know what the old blood is about. I don't want to use it just in case maybe I need to use it somewhere important later. See that being the case. Ouch. Nom 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 nom. Ripperoni. It's this path, right? We go to the right, to the left, and then we are there. Coming, Edgar! Oh, what? Oh, it's Lord Sheffield! From the Ascalon Club. Okay. Oh, I'm stuck. Hey, please leave me alone with your shadow things. Just out of reach. Ouch. Hey, Lord Sheffield. Uh-oh.
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already?
I'll take it! I on it! Shit! He's too fucking fast!
Oh, come on! No, I didn't want to attack this guy.
Oh my god!
Executioner. Let's go! Along the canal. Okay, Oswald is here. He seems to be fine. I mean, aside from the neuralgia. They seem to be okay. What is going on here? Uh-oh, what's happening? What's happening? Uh-oh.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar?
Oh, the blood trail. Uh-oh. Oh, he's up here. He's went up here. Uh-oh. I'm worried. That's a lot of blood. Oh, now that doesn't look like a boss fight.
Ultraviolet curtains and Ori calcium powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for what.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it, just like you are.
You're its progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
Oh boy.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. You're poised by now.
Whoa,
It
what?
hurts, doesn't it?
So he kind of implied that William Marshall might be our maker. Likes the spotlight, that's for sure. Can't. Ouch.
Come on, Reid. Try something else.
I can't. There we go. There we go. Mickey Mac column. Oops.
The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. True light will cleanse you.
Jesus. Come.
Show some style.
I have no stamina. Uh-oh. That's not good. There you go. Better.
Or take you down. Your poisonous bite is useless on me.
Ah. They're not the best place to buy them, but it's a place to buy them. Ouch.
Come on, Reid. Try something else.
Got him. Ah. Can't do anything. Oh, it's so hard to get out of the light. Drains my stamina completely. Full health again. Alright. One more hit and he's stunned again. Oof.
Close your eyes! This is gonna hurt.
Yes! It'll hurt you. Oof.
We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I was only reborn for a few minutes before you and your men hunted me down like a beast.
You were only reborn for a few minutes, and you'd already taken the life of an innocent woman.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now, for there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
It was a pretty fun boss fight, though.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
Oh, I can turn him into a vampire. That would be funny, but we don't do that against or without someone's consent.
I'll spare you, McCullum. I'll offer you the mercy you never offered me.
What is this ruse?
This is no ruse, McCullum. This is me letting you go. After all, you and I are both trying to save this poor country in our own way.
I'll kill you, Reid. Next time we meet, I'll end you.
See? Progress already. You called me by my name. Until the next time.
I feel like if we would have
Goodbye,
turned him into a
Hunter.
vampire, he would have hated us even more. Or would have hunted us down then as a vampire. So it would be fun irony though. It was a fun boss fight. It was tough to get out of the light when you don't have stamina, so it really had to be careful to be on the edges of the light spheres to not get trapped in the middle like I did a couple of times. Hey. Where do we have to go now? Rescue Mr. Swansea. Sounds like a good plan. Where would that be? Oh, at the headquarters. Huh? Let's return to our room. We haven't been here in a while. Look at the plan.
It's alive. It's alive. And it needs a name. I shall call you Lisa.
Nice. And life is strange. Get a couple of those. Can we get any of these? No, I don't have enough blood samples for that. Oh, we do have a bunch of XP, so let's see what we can do with that. Could upgrade my ultimate even further. I think that makes sense, right? Go, and then we have another 1,000 left. Increase your stamina, let's do that. Level 29. Very well. Death of Aloysius Dawson, a highly respected resident of the city district, passed away last night. Aloysius Dawson, co-founder and head of the Dawson and Dawson Company, at 71 years of age. There's a word missing. It was no secret that Mr. Dawson's health had recently declined. The once joyful businessman had almost totally disappeared from social events since the tragic death of his twin brother. An influential man, Aloysius Dawson, was also a great art collector and concerned philanthropist. Recently, he had campaigned for an audacious plan to save London from the Spanish flu by raising a quarantine wall to separate the districts and contain the epidemic. But only a few hours before his death, the magnate had given orders to cancel the construction of the wall. More surprisingly, large donations of money have been received by all major London hospitals, while equally important contributions have been made to the smaller clinics and dispensaries. Does it mean Aloysius Dawson, a man known for his fortitude and conservative opinion, was finally touched by grace? Who could say? Only one thing is certain. All over the city, thanks to that man's late generosity, stocks of medical supplies have been replenished and the death toll has significantly been lowered in the last 24 hours. No doubt hundreds of grateful citizens will be at the St. Mary churchyard to accompany the final journey of their benefactor. It's a positive outcome! Can you believe it? It's a positive outcome. Can't believe it. Oh, everyone is healthy. Probably because of that, right? All of their illnesses are cured. Or will we get to sanitize? Come on, one more. Yes! Sanitized. And I mean, this, it's still bad there, but hey, that's pretty good, I would say. I for once did a good thing. All right, next time we have to go there. Now that we did a few things. Any updates on the map? No events, it seems. Okay, so I think we will take a break here, and then next time we will reach the Doris Fletcher Theater to free Dr. Swansea and hopefully find him alive and well. But next time will be the time for that. This time I say thank you for watching today's episode. Lots of things have happened. We took care of Aloysius Dawson in, I guess, the most humane way possible. And then we had a very fun boss fight with Geoffrey McCullum, who we also let live. Aren't we a good guy? But if you enjoyed the episode, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. If you want to go the extra mile in supporting the channel, go check out the Patreon link down below. That all helps me out a whole bunch and brings you more content in the future. I will be back with more Vampyr next time. Until then, have a great time.